If we're talking about storms and the chance for rain, it's just appropriate that we have Thor, the one who controls weather.
Pretty ironic today.
Yes, Odin's son, as they call him. Yeah. Yes, he's here. But actually, it's Greg Riley, our pet expert, and he's here to talk about a lot of things that are really appropriate for this season. We're talking about Halloween. We're talking about treats.
Yes.
What if your dog gets into some of your treats? We've talked about this before, but it's always worth reminding.
Always worth reminding, and it's also basically the annual event where I dress up like a fool and we talk about chocolate
I see no fools here. I love the outfit. Don't you love the outfit?
I do love it.
Thank you. So basically, the big component for chocolate that's harmful to dogs and to cats is something called theobromine. Okay. And there's going to be different levels of theobromine in chocolate. So milk chocolate, the toxicity for chocolate is going to be very low. It can still cause some problems with your dog or your cat. Mostly your dogs are going to get into these treats. It's where you start talking about baker's chocolate. That's where the theobromide is really way up there, and that's where you have some serious problems.
Well, okay, if you say your dog or your cat gets into some chocolate and you're just not sure, what are some of the things that they might start doing that may cause some concern?
Well, we got a little bit of a board right here. So one of the big things is we have extreme thirst, unfortunately some diarrhea, way too much energy because everyone likes chocolate, pacing, panting, shaking. Sometimes chocolate can cause seizures. So those are some of the things that you should be aware of and look out for. If your dog does get into chocolate, it can stay in the body pretty long, up to 72 hours. Normally, you'll start seeing symptoms within about 6 to 12 hours. So if you do have any concerns, definitely call your local veterinarian and get some advice on what you should do.
Well, some dogs may like chocolate, some dogs may like other treats out there. Are there any other Halloween treats that dogs or cats or any pets need to be on the lookout for, or pet owners specifically?
There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be starting to want to bake around this time of the year, maybe say like raisins, or they may want to start doing something with like say grapes. Those are some of the things you should probably have your dog definitely not eat.
Sure, and obviously you know your pet and you know when they're acting not normally. I know, Lindsay, you like talking about costumes and pets in costumes specifically.
Now, I think it's hilarious, but do they necessarily like it?
Yeah.
I think it really depends on the dog individually. Now, there's going to be some dogs, they're going to probably be fussy. Moppet doesn't really care. Moppet just wants attention.
She is a diva.
She's definitely a diva, so she doesn't have a problem with it. If we take some of my other dogs, if I put a costume on them, they're probably not going to be that, crazy about it. So really just use your own good judgment, know your dog's personality, and then just go from there.
And finally, kind of a topic that's very serious, and unfortunately we've done stories. We did a story recently about animals taken and unfortunately cruelly abused. This Halloween season, what should pet owners be on the lookout for? I know there are unfortunately people who would like to take animals and do bad things with them.
I would just keep an eye on your dog, especially if your dog goes outside. Just don't leave them outside for too long of a time. Keep an eye on them, especially with cats. Right now, we're having a special over at Brown Veterinary Hospital where you can get your dog microchipped. That will also help bring your snugs back to you. It's something called Chip and Treat. If you get a microchip there, you will also get a bag of free treats, which is good for this time of the year.
Excellent. Okay, if somebody has a question about not only the topics that we discussed today, but just general animal health, what's the best way for them to do that? You can't, how can you lift Mjolnir?
She's worthy.
Only those who are worthy are able to lift the mighty Thor hammer.
You know what? Power.
If you want to try to lift the Thor hammer, or if you want to find out anything more about it, what's the best way for people to get information?
You can call Brown Veterinary Hospital. That phone number is area code 812-645-0715 and get more information if you have some questions.
All right, Thor, as always, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you, Robin, too.